Hello again from Piano Trends Music and Band. I'm Tim and we're at our piano warehouse again today. And what we're going to do now is we're going to try to answer the question, how do I shop pianos? Well, I've got 3 tips that I think can help everybody out, especially for anybody who doesn't know anything about pianos. So number 1, check out the basics on a piano. And we'll get into that in just a second. The second thing you want to do is have a qualified piano technician verify what you found and make sure that there's nothing hidden in the piano that's going to cost you more money on repairs down the road, or at least in the foreseeable future. And the third thing you want to do at the very end is you verified you like that piano. Make sure you've sat down and that you've played that piano and you enjoy playing it, because you're going to be living with that piano for a while, so you definitely want to make sure that you enjoy playing it. Okay, let's go back to the first thing that we talked about. What are the basics to look for when you're shopping pianos? Well, let me get here on the other side of the camera, and we're going to take a look. For the purpose of today's demonstration, we're going to be looking at a grand piano. And the first thing you want to do is you want to get inside and look at the tuning pins. Now, we've removed the music desk just so we can move ahead here and take a look. But you'll see the tuning pins here. You want to make sure that there's no rust on them. And then you want to move on to the strings and make sure there's no rust there. If you see rust, it's not necessarily the end of the world, but you definitely want to have a technician check it out. Then you want to look at the soundboard of the piano, and they're working behind and underneath the strings. You'll see the soundboard. Look at it here throughout the piano where you can see there's spots of the soundboard that you're not going to be able to see. You can also crawl under the piano and look up from behind. You're looking for any type of cracks in the soundboard. If you find any, again, you want to have a technician check it out if you really like this piano. The bridges, and here's a sample of the bridges here. You want to check those. You definitely don't want cracks in any of the bridges. That can definitely be a sign of big trouble there. So again, the technician becomes involved. Another thing you want to do is you want to find the model number if possible and the serial number of that piano. Armed with that information and the brand, we can tell you exactly when that piano was built. You're a phone call away from getting that information. You can also research it on the internet. You'll find the age of pianos there. Going back to the tuning pins, what you're going to want to do is, if you like this piano, a piano technician is going to be able to take his tuning lever and he's going to be able to check the tunings and check those pins to make sure that that piano will hold reasonable tune for you. So that's another reason you want to have a technician involved. Now, moving to the keys. Here's some basics. You want to check the keys. Look at the fronts of the keys. Look at the back of the keys, both the sharps and the naturals. Make sure there's no chips in the keys. If you've got a lot of chips, what's going to happen is you're going to wind up having to do a key top replacement, and that can cost you a few $100s. And then go back to the very bottom of the piano and strike each and every key from the bottom up. It should progress musically, but more importantly, you want to make sure that each and every note is playing and making a sound and moving up and down freely. So you want to do that all the way up and down, because there's 88 keys there. Take your time, make sure they all work. Moving down the piano to the pedals, you want to make sure and check out that those all work. Most importantly for you beginners, you want to make sure that pedal on the right, which is called the sustain pedal, make sure that's working. When you depress that pedal and you play any number of keys, that should sustain the tone with the dampers being lifted. If it doesn't, that's a sign of trouble that you want to have a technician check out as well. All right, so we're going to move back here, and once you've done all of that, if you like the piano, that's when you want to bring in the technician, or at least a music store that you trust. At Piano Trends Music, we're going to give you a guarantee that you can trade that piano back in for any reason at any time if you ever have an issue with it, and we'll give you full trade value. So you would never be stuck with that piano at that point. So remember the last tip that I gave you? What was it that you wanted to remember? sure that you love it, and then go ahead with confidence. You're going to have a lifetime of joy with piano music. Until next time, and maybe we'll take a look at an upright piano next time, hit the like button if you like this information and you found it helpful. If you love the information, we love to see those little hearts there as well. Send us your questions either in the comment field below or by private messenger. Again, this is Tim at Piano Trends Music and Band. Until next time, bye now.